Hello, anybody who's watching this on YouTube. I'm gonna play you a video, and I'm gonna let you judge for yourself if these cops in America are getting too out of fucking control.
Video captured by a man inside the Round Rock Wingstop Tuesday shows Officer Ben Johnson arresting Viviana Keith. You can see the two talking when he tries to force Keith onto the hood of his car. When she resists, hey, come on, man. Keith is knocked out cold. Her 6-year-old daughter walks over as the officer rolls Keith onto her back and checks her pulse.
When I look back at the tape, I can see her head bounce off the concrete because when he...
Okay, I want to stop it right there real quick. Do you see how that officer, instead of, taking a look around his, where he was, and seeing that she has a 6-year-old daughter, and realizes, oh, I can't really throw this woman on the ground because her daughter's right there. I can't pull my gun out and kill this mother either. So, you know what? In those situations, you know what the cops should do? Talk to the person why they shouldn't resist arrest. Because of the child in front of them. So they don't have to take this action. But no, this officer had to be a dick and throw this woman on the ground like she was a piece of trash. Now let's...
threw her down, she wasn't able to brace herself.
The man who shot the video wants to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation.
One sec, I gotta play from... Listen to what this guy says.
Keith is knocked out cold. Her 6-year-old daughter walks over as the officer rolls Keith onto her back and checks her pulse.
When I look back at the tape, I can see her head bounce off the concrete because when he threw her down, she wasn't able to brace herself.
The man who shot the video wants to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation.
She was absolutely unconscious. There were a couple of the gentlemen in the store with me, and we were saying, like, is she breathing? Because at first we weren't seeing her stomach rise and fall.
It looked like she was dead. Viviana Garcia works in the same shop.
Okay. Do you just notice how those two people said that they thought the woman was dead because the cop threw her such a way on the ground, not where her head could bash off of the pavement, but notice how the cop threw the woman on the side of her head, where if she broke this, she would have been dead in a second. Now, notice how that cop didn't realize what the hell he was doing. He threw this woman on the ground with violent force, ignoring the fact that she has a child with her. Look, cops today are so out of control, it's disgusting. And the guy who shot this video, you know what? Make yourself anonymous, man or woman, But anyway, it's important to know this BS...
Strip, fearing the worst, she went to help Keith's child. Little girl was screaming, "Mommy, mommy." Staff from an urgent care center in the Strip went over to help until EMS arrived. Witnesses say the left side of Keith's face was black and she had a large cut over her eye.
I never saw her physically get up.
So what about what we don't see in the video, the events that led up to this? Witnesses tell us Keith walked into Deluxe Nails drunk.
It was a little loud and disruptive.
Rebecca Tomlinson was inside.
She was very tired, really tired, and so they said, well, maybe we should go home and get some sleep. And then she turned around and stumbled out.
We were talking to the little girl, and she started telling us what had been going on. That her mom had been intoxicated all day, and that she was hungry. I think.
Well, we received several phone calls from concerned citizens stating that a female was in a business, and she was very combative, very argumentative, and also very...
Okay. You notice, okay, I get it, that she was intoxicating, she was with a child. Yeah, that was wrong on her part, but you still didn't have to throw her on the ground. and watch this cop try to cover this cop's ass.
Very intoxicated.
Police Chief Alan Banks says that happened at a different store. Then Keith got in her car with her daughter and left. That's when more calls came in.
Then received several other calls of erratic driver, driving carelessly.
Officer Johnson found the vehicle matching both descriptions and Keith in this shopping strip. Tomlinson watched what happened.
I seen her resisting in the beginning, like she was jerking her arm, and from him when
Banks has seen the dash cam video. We showed him our video off camera and asked, intoxicated or not, is this use of force necessary?
The officer was very professional, was talking to her calm. He wasn't
Really? That was professional? You see in the fucking video, he throws her on the ground. That's professional? He wasn't talking to her calmly, he threw her on the ground. That is class A bullshit of a cop covering another cop's ass.
He wasn't angry. It's unfortunate the fact that this lady did what appears to hit her head and was knocked unconscious. But I'll tell you, the officer did what he was supposed to do in a situation like that.
No, there's millions of other ways a cop could have handled that. You know how he could have handled it? He could have realized that he had her child with her. He could have realized that. He could have realized, oh, I shouldn't harm this woman in front of her child. I shouldn't harm this woman, period. I should talk to her calmly, and I shouldn't hurt her. But no, the cop had to be an asshole and hurt this woman. Did you hear about the injuries that she got? Like, she had a cut over her eye. It was all black over here. That's excessive force. That's not a cop doing his job. Oh, that was the end of the video. But do you see the hypocrisy of this bullshit of the military cops? You don't train cops to slam people's heads on the ground like they're criminals. Look, what this woman did was wrong by being intoxicated and driving on the road with her child. Yeah, true, that was wrong. But you wouldn't have to treat her like a piece of trash. Shame on you, asshole, if you're the officer who did this to this woman, screw you.